everybody. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, mic check. Can you hear me? Am I coming in crystal clear? We can hear you. Awesome. Hello, everybody. First off, thank you for all the followers coming in here and getting settled in. Hope you all are having a fantastic Tuesday. Let's get some camera action going here so you can see my face. Of course, I can't see yours, but maybe one day. Maybe in a future stream, we can chat with some community members. That'd be pretty cool to reach out and chat. Oh boy, we've got a lot to talk about today. A lot of really exciting things coming to Ark Aquatica in a patch/update that is dropping today. Very big one. And we have actually on our screen right now an announcement page from the Steam discussion board for Ark Aquatica, where you can also find all of these patch notes and updates yourself to read through them, scour them, and go down to the nitty-gritty details. But today I figured I would read them to you on screen. Today's stream is going to go a little differently. Of course, yesterday being the first one, we did spend quite a bit of that time doing a lot of Q&A, and I was answering a lot of questions in the chat while also trying to keep up with all the questions since, they were just coming in like crazy. Slow mode has been enabled to help mitigate the issue of having to go back through and scroll through for questions. So you should see about a 90-second wait time per message. I encourage you guys, please do not spam the chat with your questions and other things. That way, those who are asking questions who haven't been spoken about yet, I can get to those and I can answer them to the best of my ability. So everybody, hope you have a great time. Again, we have a lot to dive into. This segment's going to go for about 30 minutes. And then I think for the remainder of the stream, what do you guys think about going around and actually playing the game? I think today we should go check out some of the starting islands, some of the environments there and points of interest, as well as the shallows. And then towards the end, we'll have a very fun little segment where we go look at a poop plant, quote unquote. Don't ask me where that subject came to be. Ark Aquatica conversations in the general chat get a little weird sometimes, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. So right off the bat, let's go through some of these questions that I did see at the start of the stream. Of course, yes, rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne, the legend, the Prince of Darkness. He did pass away, unfortunately, today, just a few weeks after his big concert. So he will be forever remembered as a legend and the king of rock that he is and will continue to be. So rest in peace to Ozzy. Let's see here. I saw some questions regarding the servers. So there's been a lot of questions, a lot of people asking about when will servers be coming back online, the ones that have crashed or shut down or remain off. Again, our engineering team is dedicated to finding a fix to get those servers back up. Right now, that sits at the top of our priority list next to the situation with the mods as we continue to fix broken mods that aren't currently supported in Aquatica and make sure that they are supported on the platform, as well as stability issues and FPS performance for players. So that is up there at the top of the list, and we're working as fast as we can and as hard as we can to make sure that not only is the bug fixed, but the fix itself is tested in our test branch as developers. So that way, when we push out that patch, when it's fixed, it will be fixed the first time in the right time. If there's any updates as far as a timeline for that patch, the specific notes for it, it will be pushed out to you as it continues to get pushed out from my end, the Discord, as well as the team. So keep an eye on that. Please end this with, no, absolutely, we're going to end this with another raid. So guys, that's something else we're going to be doing. Each of the end of these streams, instead of just cutting it off, we're going to go find a streamer who's playing Ark Survival Evolved, and we're going to go raid them. So if you guys would, please go show your support to them, give them a follow, drop in, swell raid hype. Let's make it fun. What's the status of mods on the Aquatica update? We're actually about to talk about that here in a second. A part of it is in the patch notes. How many hours do I have on Ark? Not a lot. Not a lot. Steam's going to tell you about 25 hours because originally when I played Ark, my first experience was Ark Survival Evolved year 1 on the Xbox. So I didn't really play it for too long. outside of the additional DLCs, but every now and then I went back, I would pick it up, play it some more, drop off, go play another game, etc. And then for me, really, once it came time to pursuing a career in this industry, obviously there's a lot more work that gets involved versus playtime. So, but it's been great working on this as well as playing it because it's getting me back into the routine of playing Ark and refreshing my memory on certain mechanics. So it's been awesome. And hopefully in the future I get to play with you guys in dedicated servers and official servers whenever we get those functional and stable. Are you aware of the issue with creatures swimming above the ocean and players drowning when at the surface? We are aware of that issue near the green obelisk in the volcanic area. That is an issue that is being addressed, and we do have members of the team that are working on a fix for that. Do you know if anyone will release the dossiers in the Discord soon? I don't have an answer for that, but I can find out for you. That would be fun. I mean, the DLC's out, right? So we might as well just show off the dossiers. Maybe some Explorer notes too, some Explorer note locations. We might actually go look for some Explorer notes later today in gameplay. Your job seems cool. So which part? This part where I'm talking to the community or the level design? I have a question related to the new statement about the Pre-Aquatica branch. The patch note says the Pre-Aquatica branch, beta branch, is still live and will remain available until further notice. Could you elaborate? So yes, so what that means is until we have the base game fixed, where Aquatica is launched, right? Until we have that fixed, Pre-Aquatica will still remain enabled and a branch for players to access and play because the Pre-Aquatica is where all current mods are working and where you're not having as many server issues and things like that. So until we get everything fully functional, we get everything fixed that needs to be fixed, and we have knocked out the list of bugs that we currently have in the works, the Pre-Aquatica branch will remain. Hopefully that answers your question. Any chance of flyer spawns? So the intention behind Aquatica and having no flyers on Aquatica was intentional, just for the sole purpose of the map itself, right? The type of map. Because typically in other Ark DLCs and your other maps like the island and other traditional Ark worlds, you know, flyers are important for fast traveling, getting across the map from point A to point B at a faster rate. You're going forwards, backwards, left, right, side to side. In Aquatica, there's a much more emphasis on height, like verticality and depth, right? So now your focus as a player is to dive downward, to go down, to be underwater, where majority of the content is, right? We have starting islands, of course, and volcanoes and things like that, but that's not the core gameplay aspect of Aquatica. The core elements rest in the oceans and what's beneath those islands. We don't have any information regarding Aquatica being released on Epic Games as well as any other platforms such as PlayStation or Xbox. Is there a plan to have more than one nest spawn at a time in the Wyvern Cave? I can find that out for you. I don't have an answer for that one. Under the sea, exactly. Exactly. All right. I've answered a few questions. Let's talk about some patch notes. What do you guys think? Should we check out these patch notes? I think we shall. I'm going to read through these, all right? I'm not going to be looking at chat questions, so I'm going to hold off until towards the end to do more Q&A. So for now, let's dive into this. So Ark Aquatica Progress 722, that is today. Good morning, community. This is just a reminder post. Also, for those of you who are questioning and the reason why there are some messages in these discussion boards that may be repeated, it's to also inform those who maybe haven't seen previous patch notes in the discussion board before. Maybe this is the first patch note that a player is seeing when they open up Aquatica or when they open up Ark. So we want to make sure that there is continued support and notice of key details and key factors for players to acknowledge and players to see, such as the pre-Aquatica branch and how to set that up, such as the developer live streams, such as what's remaining as a top priority. All right. So that's why if you're seeing a lot of repeated messaging, that's the reason why, right? We want to make sure that everyone, both new as well as those who have been continuing to watch the discussion boards, are up to date. All right. Let's talk about this right here. Let's talk about this. So big part of this update coming out to the live branch. What you're seeing in front of you right now is a list of the confirmed working mods that we've been able to repair and, again, have tested and continue to test and have confirmation that these mods now will work in the main branch, or the live branch of the game with Aquatica. We are aware that there is still a very large list of mods that are broken. This is not a compressed list. We will still plan on, and we continue to fix and look at this broken list of mods and then continue to push out mods that have been fixed in coming patches. Sorry. My pup Atlas is being vocal. He agrees. He's a thumbs up out there. Yeah, is that right? Are you showing them what's up? Yeah? You want to say hi to everybody? Do you want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Oh, hi, Clyde. Hello. This is Atlas, everybody. He likes to interrupt me from time to time. And this is Clyde. Clyde was just now being a lazy pants on the bed, but that's fine. Now he wants to come say hi. But yes, so back to cameras hiding. Okay, sorry. Cameras hiding parts of the list. Whoops. Is that better? Can you guys see now? Thank you. Thank you. Yep. It's actually Atlas's birthday today. He turns 7 years old. So happy birthday to Atlas. All right. So as I was saying about this list of mods, this is not the only list of mods that will be available that are fixed and currently working with Aquatica in the live branch. We are still actively working to fix additional mods. One that I keep seeing popping up is S+. That one is also on the priority list for mods to be fixed as well to make sure that they are working. Any additional updates that we have or any additions to the list that we have for these working mods will be pushed out to you guys, the community, both on the Discord as well as on Twitter, which, if you guys would like to, I think it should finally work. It didn't work the last time. Maybe. Nope, didn't work. All right, still got to work on that. See, even my stream is broken, y'all. Lovely. But no, so this is the current list of mods that are now fixed, have been confirmed to be fixed, and will be coming with this patch that is dropping today. Continuing on with our fixes, some of these we did talk about and cover in yesterday's stream whenever I told you guys that at the time we didn't have an ETA. Now we have an ETA, and these are dropping today. So we've addressed a few issues causing server instability. I don't have additional details whether or not this was for the official servers. I can find that out later, and I will push that out in the Discord as well as on Twitter. But we have addressed a few issues causing the instability with some of the servers. We've also fixed not being able to feed the wild mantis shrimp a second time while you're taming. That has been fixed, so now you should be able to tame the mantis shrimp, as well as feeding the Cathreptus. Excuse me if I butcher words, by the way. For the longest time, dinosaur names and big words and my vocabulary just don't get along, so I'm going to butcher some names. We've also fixed the Tridacna taming issue. There was an issue where Tridacnas were not able to be tamed, but now they are tameable in PvE. We've also made several improvements to the Volcanithus boss encounter. We've also fixed the kibble mash not being craftable in player inventory. So now, once this update drops, you should be able to get yourself some kibble. This is another big one. These next few ones are going to be pretty big. Optimization and FPS. So lighting optimization and level streaming optimization has been done to address low FPS performance. Now, I want to make something very clear. Once this update goes live, players may experience a few things regarding asset pop-ins. So meshes and foliage may have a very low pop-in range. So within, for example, if you get within 20 feet of a tree or a rock, that rock might suddenly pop in once you hit that range, okay? These have been addressed, and we are currently working on the rendering for those and finding a solution for that. The reason why this is happening is because the whole intention was, again, to address the level streaming, which caused lower FPS. So we've managed to optimize and help increase performance and FPS for players with this update. You're just going to see some pop-ins, okay? We've also updated and included a broadcast system. So going forward, we are going to be generating warnings on servers 15 minutes prior to shutdown for players. So that way you have a better heads up and a know-how or know-abouts of when servers will be going down for maintenance or updates. Yes, Vingard, just saw your message. That will be fixed in this update. So going forward, after this update, you will see a broadcast system in place. 15-minute warning for servers before shutdown. We've also fixed the issue with the mixed water and air volumes on the far right side portion of the map, causing swimming and air mobility issues. So the far right side, meaning the volcano, that area you guys are talking about constantly, where players and dinos can just suddenly float above water, that issue will be fixed come this update once it drops. And then, of course, naturally, more gaps and mesh holes across the level, which I want to say big thank you to everybody who has been sharing clips, posting coordinates, and creating videos or reaching out, be like, hey, I found this mesh hole. Hey, there's this one. That has been helping the team tremendously with this process, and we will continue to fill those mesh holes going forward. So that one continues to be probably a reoccurring thing all day for work. So were the 9 trillion crystals removed? Are you talking about the crystal caverns? Do you not like the crystal caverns? I think they're pretty cool. Will you be bringing old maps back? What do you mean by that? This patch will go live for the live build of the game. So this patch and this update, there is a set list of times here. I'll let you guys read over those. This is when this update goes live for everybody. Can you add more crystals for farming? You need to go to the crystal caverns. And then you also need to go to the normal islands, because underneath those, there's a ton of crystals. So the FPS thing, again, that is something that coming this next update for you guys, you should see a drastic difference and increase in frames. It didn't have anything really to do with the crystals themselves. There were some other issues with the level streaming causing some of those issues. Right now, official servers will only be live for Aquatica. I don't have any information or regard to if official servers will be coming to other maps on ASE. Our team does not have any info on that or knowledge. This is today. This is today, Rachel. Thank you for letting me know that too. I'll push that up to our admins who make these discussion panels, so that way we can have more detailed times with a date. Let's talk about some of the other things that are currently in the pipeline. Now, before I address these that you're about to see, these bugs are currently they're being tracked, and we are aware of these. But right now, like, these will not be coming with this patch today. So just want to clarify that for you. But they will be coming in a future patch. There's a newly reported bug where players may experience increased dinosaur spawning in single player mode, i.e. I have also experienced increased dinosaur spawning. we're working on a solution for that and getting the dino spawners fixed and hopefully not having, 50,000 megalodons chasing after you. Players falling off the map when crossing big pools of lava. We've also been addressed of this issue, and we're working on a fix for that as well. Tames and ships disappearing when logging off, with no tribe logs posted for said tames ships that disappear. This has been something that's been notified multiple times as far as ships disappearing. I actually experienced it myself with the skiff disappearing between updates. So that's something that is being addressed. I think even somebody even asked to fix skiffs. So we are working on a fix for that. Any additional details that come up regarding the skiffs, you guys will be notified. Anything regarding additional tech like tech turrets and contents that assist and help improve like PvP and things like that. At the moment, we are not adding those features. We are not adding those in until we get the game-breaking issues addressed, right? After we get everything else established with taking care of the mods, making sure they work and they're functional again, server stability, making sure servers are stable without crashing every 5 minutes a player's in, 5 seconds let alone, as well as frame issues, level optimization, and making the map fully playable and stable and smooth enough for players to PvP, then only then after that will we go into adding additional content and look into that. All right. So be patient with us on that situation. We're currently we're step by step here. Let's see, skiffs, rafts and motorboats shooting players in the air. I don't know who it was yesterday, but they said keep that in as a feature. And who hurt you? Like, I don't. Oh man, I actually replicated this myself in my own single player mode, and it's actually quite disturbing to see a raft just yeet you up into the air. So that has been addressed. We are working on a fix for that as well as stinger issues such as placement and missile issues, such as the infinite ammo situation with the missiles. That is being addressed. We understand also that there's certain ocean platforms, as far as their placement, there's an issue with placing those platforms on some areas that seem buildable. And then, of course, addressing more gaps in mesh holes. That's going to be a reoccurring one you guys are going to be seeing in regards to mesh holes. That one will probably be in every patch note list. Mesh holes after mesh holes after mesh holes. Continued Volcanithus fight updates for players. Expect to see those in future patches. Hydrosphere issues. I recently tested this on our test branch today before this update goes live, and I wasn't experiencing anything crazy with the Hydrosphere. If anybody else has any issues that they've encountered with it, please by all means shoot them in the chat here. Boss battle music fix. So fixing the music for the boss battle. If you have a report of abuse from players or cheating or anything like that, you can go to the Discord page where there is a bug or a cheat report. I will actually invite you guys now. I will post a permanent invite link. It's no expiration. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pin this to the top. So please, by all means, join the Discord, submit a cheating report, and then our admins will get on that, okay? We are working to fix as many mods as possible. So I'll go back up to this list for you. This is the current list that we have confirmed working, and we will continue to test more mods that have been reported. We have the broken mods list sheet here. You can actually go view that yourself, and we are actively looking through that, and then we are going through and fixing them. And as more mods get fixed and tested and then confirmed fixed, we will post them in future patches. So that is something that's coming in with this update I just talked about, is the Volcanithus boss fight. We've addressed issues there. So in this update, you should see you should see fixes to the Volcanithus boss fight, and then we will continue to address issues with that boss in future patches. So just stay tuned for that. Highly recommend for players to test and confirm. That would be amazing. absolutely test your favorite mods, test out the mods in the main build, main branch, confirm that they work. If you're having issues or if they're not working for whatever reason, please report those up. I'm going to go back to my main here so you guys can see my face. Monodon beam fix will not be in this patch, but that is also something that has been identified, and we have that on the task list as well. If there's any additional updates as far as what patch that will come out with, we'll be sure to add it to the notes, and then it will be up here on a stream whenever we go live. Which these streams will be going every day at 2 p.m. Pacific time for you guys to tune into. And if you happen to miss one, then all of the VODs will be uncut, non-edited, and they will be uploaded from here to my YouTube channel, which you can find in my About Me tag here. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. Fix my camera, it looks weird. What about it looks weird? Does my camera look weird? Am I being trolled? It's stretched. Slight vertical compression. Oh. Well, I'll have to go check that out. I do have my... This whole UI and everything is a brand new overlay, so I'm still adjusting things in the overlay. So we'll get it fixed next stream. All right. So it's been about 30 minutes. Talked about some stream notes and patch notes. Dev kit, we do not have an estimated time frame regarding the dev kit, when that will be posted. Still no updates on that from when I've asked, as well as earlier today. And I've continued to ask. I'm in constant communication with our leads and our team to see if there's any updates on that throughout the day. So once we get an actual confirmed date for the dev kit, we will be pushing it out. Last thing I'll answer here regarding the skiffs. So the skiffs update, that will be coming up in a future patch. So at the moment, the skiff it's a common issue that we're noticing where the skiff is just despawning whenever you drop it. It's happened to me on my single player save. So we are addressing that, and we are working on a fix for that. So, all right. That being said, it's been about almost 40 minutes now, so 10 minutes over. And we're going to do something a little bit different. Like I stated at the beginning of the stream, we're going to be doing a little bit more play than just sitting here and staring at a camera doing QA. So today I figured what we could do is we can hop on one of the starting islands and we can go check out some of the points of interest there and then make our way through the shallows and kind of show you guys some good spots for resources, base building, and etc. Sound like a plan? And then towards the end of the stream, I will come back and I'll answer more questions for the remainder of that time. And then we'll call it there, right? So if you guys have any questions, save them for now. Sounds good. Enjoy mowing your yard. Don't let the jellies bite. I will try not to. I will try not to. Oh, you're joking me. It's patching right now. All right, so we got a little bit of time left before the patch is up. So I'm currently patching. I'm at 55%. It's going pretty fast. So I can answer some more questions. Same thing regarding tech turrets. So any additional like tech engrams or engrams that are missing from the tech tree, especially ones that are more prominent for like PvP, things like that, we will look into getting those included into Aquatica only after we've addressed the major issues, right? Because we want players to be able to hop on and not have, you know, the experience of playing this on a Windows 98 PC with, you know, 500 megabytes of RAM, right? We want to make sure that things run smoothly. We want to make sure that you can log on without having instability in your servers and help reduce the lag and optimize the game. So got to have an optimized game for PvP too. That is coming in this update that's dropping today. So issues dealing with lag and frame issues, expect to see improved frame rates and optimization for the map and level streaming coming out in this update today. No, not all maps. We don't have any information or knowledge regarding the other maps coming to official. Only Ark Aquatica. Yes, I did reply to the Monodon Beam. That is being addressed. We don't have that coming out for this update, but it will be addressed and it will be coming out in a future patch. So. I did ask about that regarding transfer issues, and essentially I got the same reply as I got regarding the issues with Linux, as well as the issues with the continuous fix from mods and server stability, is that it is up there in the list of priorities. So it's at the top of the list. It's something that is being addressed. Our team is essentially bouncing back and forth between these, trying to find fixes and to hopefully multitask to get these pushed out as quick as possible for everybody. So like I said with the tech engrams, that is a possibility. At the moment, that won't be coming only until we do fix the issue with things such as optimization, frame rate, and server stability, right? As well as like mods breaking, things like that. So. Yes, actually, mesh holes are fixed in this update as well. Patch notes continued. More gaps in mesh holes across the map and level. Yeah, of course. Happy to do these. I guess while we're waiting on the patch, we can actually take a little dive into the shallows before we hop into the game, if you guys want to check these out. So we can actually pull them up on my portfolio page. So this is going to be the location that we are going to be taking a look at today. So a few shots of the location. Let me go ahead and go recording scene so you guys can see. So today we're going to be taking a look at the shallows biome, as well as some of the starting islands. So this area is a great starting zone for new players getting into not only Ark, but Ark Aquatica as well. Especially for those who maybe have, a bit of an objection towards water. So if you want somewhere where you're not just jumping right in head first and you want to kind of dip your toes, you want to take your time, get a slow descent, the shallows is going to be a fantastic spot for you to experience and explore. This is actually, call me biased, since, not only is the shallows the area that I worked on the most, but this is one of my favorite spots in the world because of the sheer density of the biome itself and the wide array of different areas, from tight, close-knit sunken structures and roads and pathways to very open fields that allow for pockets of sun to shine into the water. This place is also very resource heavy. So a lot of resources that you're going to find that you'll need down the road to progress, such as metal. There's a new resource for manganese. There's even obsidian. There's oil, pearls, additional resources like that. They're going to help you jumpstart your adventure into Aquatica. This is actually one of the descent points that we're going to go check out after my game is patched. This descent point actually comes from the Anniversary Islands and is a great spot for players to dive in and make their way into the shallows, especially the city ruins. This area is very mob-friendly, dino-friendly. You're not going to encounter a lot of predators in this spot as you're transitioning from the starting islands into the shallows. And again, a very good resource-heavy area. Great spot for building one of your floating bases as well. Sorry, my autobot kicked off here. Reaper Queens, I will ask about that regarding the Reaper Queens. That was something I forgot to ask about today in my meeting. I apologize for that. But yeah, so this is going to be the area that we're going to be exploring. We're going to go take a look at some Explorer Note locations in the Aquatica, in the Shallows biome of Aquatica, as well as some fun little areas, little hidey holes. This is one of the descent points I was also talking about. So for players who want to take their time and get a feel for, exploring underwater, this is where it's a perfect opportunity for new players to get familiar with the underwater resources, what foliage provides what resource when harvested, get a feel for using the plant species W, or oxygen plants that allow you to breathe underwater, as well as start taming aquatic life, such as the monodons, right? Which are a phenomenal tame for traversing this underwater sandbox from point A to point B. Is there a list of creatures in the Aquatica DLC? We do not have that list public. That is something I do want to talk about, as well as creating that list, as well as publishing the dossiers and the Explorer notes. That's something I'm going to be asking about to see if maybe we can do that. And if there's an update on that, well, keep an eye out in the Discord as well as the Twitter. So yeah, how does this sound? What do we think? Do we want to go explore the shallows whenever I'm done patched up? Thank you all for the follows too, by the way. You guys are absolutely incredible. King Grim, also thank you for the tier 1 subscription. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. As well as new N00854180T. Thank you. Awen, thank you for the subscription with the Twitch Prime. I do appreciate that as well. Thank you guys for the subs. Thank you guys for the follows. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you. Am I going to tame a clam? Should I? I don't know. There's a lot of clams by my base on the starting island. Okay, hear me out. I may have started early before this stream, and I may have legitimately, air quotes, you guys can't even see my camera. I may have legitimately built a stone base on the starting island before starting this. So just to get a head start, get stuff set up. In the trailer, there's something like a cobra or a snake in the water. Will it be tameable or not? Can you post a time? We'll have to go back. Hold on. Are we still patching? We're still patching. Let's go take a gander at the trailer. Let's pop this up real quick. Let's go find out. We'll also put it on for people to watch as well. Okay, Sarah. We have to follow her. So you should, for non-followers, there are moderations that are in place with the Twitch stream and everything, obviously just for safety precaution, things like that. So that's on my end, though. Sailor, thank you for the follow. Did I go to Wichita State University for game design? Yeah, that's where I got my bachelor's. It's a great place. It's a phenomenal place. Straw, thank you. Okay, let's go. I want to see if I can't find this. So you mentioned dragon. Are we talking about this guy right here? It's 108 background. Oh, this guy right here? The little baby Vulcanithus? Hadrix, that is going to be a patch. That's the patch coming out today deals with a lot of the issues with FPS. The FPS and the stability for players on servers and optimization. So expect better frames after this update. That thing, from my understanding, that let me double check. Hold the phone. I can just ask that one real quick because I know somebody who would give me a direct answer. While we're waiting on that, let me check the status of my patch. 81%, guys. 81%. If there's any questions that I have missed, please feel free to ping me in the Aquatica Discord, ping me in the comment section, because these videos, these VODs will go live. They will be published to my YouTube channel. So if you had a question that I missed, you can upload your question to the comment section of the video when it goes live. All right. And then so I'm actively every day in the mornings, and I check it frequently for any comments and additional stuff. So yeah, for the baby Volks, the Vulcanithus there, you have to find the eggs and then be able to tame it through the egg. Is there a list somewhere of all the changes? So the list is posted in the status updates page, which we have. Oh, where'd it go? Right here. So this page it's on the Steam discussion board. This will have a list of all the changes coming out in today's update and today's patch, as well as a list of the currently working and confirmed working mods for ASE. Will clams ever be tameable in PvP mode? I don't have an answer for that, but I can find out for you. Asking for a friend. I'm sure you are, Fender. I'm sure you are. I don't want to assume anything, but Fender, I feel like you're that guy in PvP. You're going to be that guy that's going to have a base, and the first door they open, it's just a whole room of clams. It's just nothing but clams. No turrets, no nothing, just straight up clams. I'm getting the feeling. All right, where are we at? 86%. Let's go. While we're waiting on this to patch up and then we can start playing, is there anything else you guys want to see? I do have other biomes on my portfolio we can take a look through. I have the Boiling Sea. I have the Abyss, one of the more end game, late game biomes. And then I even have the Samathua dungeon as well. So if there's any of those that you would like to see, please let me know. We can go through those and I can kind of talk about them a little bit. For those that don't know, I am one of the level designers with Studio Sirens. So I got to work on and collaborate with other teammates on a multitude of the biomes. Essentially, by the end of it, each of us had a pretty solid hand in the map in every nook and cranny. Is there any caves? There are caves. There are caves. There's actually been quite a few videos I'm seeing posted from players that have found, of course, in their opinion, pretty good PvP caves. So highly recommend searching that on YouTube. You should be able to find a couple videos. There's a lot of aimbots and unofficial BattleEye servers. What is the solution? So anything regarding cheaters or aimbots right now, if you're experiencing an issue with cheaters, we do have a report system up. I don't have any knowledge or information regarding like a solution for removing that or finding a fix for preventing aimbotters or cheaters. If there's any additional updates with that, like others, I will be pushing that out and continue to push out information to you guys as soon as I can and as fast as I can. So the issue with character transfers and character uploads between official servers and Aquatica is being addressed, and we do have people that are trying to find a solution with that. Keep in mind that this team, again, we are multitasking in a sense with this. So like while we are looking into that, we're also looking in the continued efforts to fix the very large list of broken mods, stabilize the servers, as well as create a more optimized map, increase frames for players. So all of those are essentially, it's in a circle right now of what's being worked on. Will Aquatica DLC have an ending scene after killing the final boss? I believe it so from my understanding, when players were going to the final boss, instead of fighting it, it just automatically puts you into a cutscene. So yes, there is a cutscene. As a matter of fact, the cutscene itself was it's like hooray. Yeah, so that's been addressed though. That has been addressed for the boss fight, and that's something that's being worked on. So alpha variants of the Dacosaurus aren't hitting their attacks against Monodons. Did not see that. Can you please submit that as a bug report and ping me in the Discord? And then I'm going to push that. I'm going to see if our team is aware of that. Because I don't know if they are yet or not. Thank you for letting me know. Ooh, 96%, guys. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're going to be able to play the game. Very, very excited. I'm thinking for tomorrow's stream, what do you guys think about taking a look at the boiling sea in tomorrow's stream? I think it'd be a good idea. I'll show you guys some really fun caves here, show you guys some good explore note locations, and there's a lot of really good resource spots here as well. So we'll go take a look at that. Issues with the Reaper taming, I do believe our engineering team is aware of that. I don't know what the status is regarding the fix for that, but that is on the list. So, can you make tea in the boiling sea? What kind of tea? That's a great question. What does other issues in the pipeline? So, other issues in the pipeline, great question. What this means, I'm going to go back to this. What this means is that these are issues that the fix for these are not coming in today's update, but they are being currently worked on, and players should expect to see fixes for these in future patches. This is a way for us notifying the community and letting you guys know, like, hey, we are aware as a team, we're aware of the issues here, and we are working on them, okay? So that's why you see that section, and you will continue to see a section like that for each update. All right. We don't have any knowledge or information regarding, what the future holds for Aquatica, and whether or not it goes to ASA. So we don't have any information on that. All right. It's Aquatica time, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and go intermission screen here. Yes, that is the right place. Thank you, Charlie. Ooh, this is loud. Change my settings again. Turn down that music. All right. That's a phenomenal question, Cyclone. I too wonder why we have to change settings every time there's an update. That one I don't know. It's quite frustrating because my ears get blasted. I'm already deaf as it is, so to have my ears just get blasted by the music, whew. ASE or ASA? What do you mean by that? And then your question regarding PvE or PvP, are you asking me which I prefer? Or are you just saying one or the other? Lunar, thank you for the follow. Silent Highway, our team doesn't have any knowledge or info regarding the other maps, anything related to that. So this map does have survivor notes. It has explorer notes. This is a... It doesn't have... It is non-canon. It's not canon with the primary story of Ark. It's its own non-canonical storyline. I'm frozen? Am I frozen? It doesn't look like I'm frozen. Was the goal of this map to be... No. So the goal of this was not to have the sole intention for PvE. Obviously, going into this, like with our team, we kept in mind a balance and finding a balance between PvE and PvP. I can understand why you're asking that question, since, again, like there are quite a few tech engrams that aren't in the map at this current time. That is not something that's going to be a fixed decision. Again, I've stated it before here, and you'll see it in the VOD review, that... Once we establish and once we have fixed the priority list of issues that are game breaking, essentially not allowing players to be able to hop into their servers or official servers for more than 5 minutes, as well as stability and map frames and improving optimization for players, things like that, only then will we start to then continue advancing with Aquatica in the development and look at adding additional features. So, yeah, not a problem. Playing single player, so when do we have to uninstall the pre-Aquatica branch and install the regular version? So, the pre-Aquatica branch will remain in the branches for players to use until we are confident and we have we're confident in the fixes, in that the main build of the game with Aquatica is functional, it's stable, and we have fixed critical issues. So up until only until then, the pre-Aquatica will stay. When it comes down to that, where we no longer will need the pre-Aquatica branch, the community will be notified. I'll make sure to notify as well in the Discord. I'll make sure to notify in advance in Twitter, socials, etc. So there will be an outreach regarding that update when that time comes. All right. So we're in my amazingly detailed... Oh, sorry, I play with infinite weight on. We're in my incredibly detailed, highly optimized, highly polished... I'm kidding, by the way. So I'm going to talk about this real quick, texture streaming. If you guys are noticing in your games for Aquatica, there's a lot of texture streaming issues. They seem very low poly or low rendered. It's because the texture streaming pool is hitting a maximum with this. This has been identified. This is something that we're continuing to work towards. This has to do with the level optimization, so it's being worked on. So, yeah. All right. So right now, I am currently, my base that I have is on one of our starting islands near the Shallows entry point that we're going to go take a look at later. So... leave me alone. I'm going to put leave me alone on so that way I'm not getting attacked 24/7 because this is an exploration, all right? Also, I'm repping our Thalassian armor for this, and then I'll be showing off some of the Thalassian rifles as well as the bone saw sword. So right now, this is one of the starting islands. This is more north of the anniversary island. And one of the ways that you'll be able to tell on that is the volcano location. So it's a pretty solid landmark to... And the dodo just pooped. Awesome. It's a pretty good landmark to identify where you're at. So here we have the volcano. So the volcano going forward, then we're going to be more towards the northern islands here. And we're actually right next to one of the fall-off points for the Shallows, which is what we're going to dive into. I'm going to go ahead and do something else, too. That way we can just... Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a look. Turn on my FPS counter for you guys. Oh, look. This is where I died last stream. It's still here. Cool. I'll just take all that. I'll take some of the wood if I want to make something. Some stone, some flint, some thatch. All right. So right here, a key point for players to recognize where they're at in regards to the drop-off point for the Shallows. You'll notice these giant pylons in a way, or these giant struts sticking out of the water. They kind of form their own path down. This is a pretty good reference point to have whenever you're going into the Shallows, and personally, this is one of my favorite spots to go and start with when I'm descending into the Shallows. I'm not going to swim down there. I'm going to take one of my mounts. This area also has a great starting point for going underwater and getting a feel for the area. Let's see. All right, I can level you up. Let's get your movement speed up. Make you go fast. Will they add the blue underwater effect later? So one of the reasons why the water looks the way it does, we've been seeing a lot of comments regarding that, is due to just, again, optimization and rendering for the game. Here's that issue with the dino spawners. So many. So here's that point I was talking about. We're now going to go into the descent of the Shallows. Again, a very player-friendly area. You're not going to deal with a lot of predator dinos in this spot when descending. You might encounter some manta rays if they decide to be aggressive, well, or if you choose to attack them. Up to you. Multiple swims of fish, or pools of schools, excuse me. Swims of fish? That's a new one. I'm going to add that to Swell's vocabulary book. All right, so now we're coming up on the entry point here. I'm gonna go ahead. All right, I have him just follow me. So I'm gonna go ahead and swim down in. The overspawning is happening. So yeah, the overspawning, that issue is being addressed. You're not gonna see a fix for that right away with the overspawning in this patch, but that will be coming out in future patches. So this patch that's coming out, Ominous, is going to be fixing a lot of the issues as well as bringing back a lot of the mods. There's a large list on the patch notes as well as additional details that you can find. If you go back and watch this stream when I publish it to my YouTube channel, we do cover, within about the first 30 minutes, we cover the upcoming patches. So this is something I was talking about here in regards to optimization and the frames. You're going to notice a lot of pop-ins after this update. Again, this is something that's being worked on, so that way players don't experience these pop-ins 24/7. Can we get the patch notes? Yes, you can, actually. Let me go and just... Patch notes are going to be in our Discord server as well as on the Steam discussion page. There is a new post for it. So yeah, like I was stating earlier when talking about some of the screenshots of the Shallows, one of my favorite aspects about the Shallows is, again, just the sheer level of density from having these tight nook spaces to very open areas of field and resources for players to gather, to collect, and to build bases around. I think actually we're close to an explorer note. Let's go find one. Oh, here we go. Here's some of our other bases that I've been working on just in my spare time. So just some dev bases, if you will. Thank you for that, Star-Lord. Appreciate that. All right. Here we go. So right now, again, I'm in near the Shallows entrance point. And one of the things... Base tour? Oh, yeah, I'll show you base tour. So one of the things that we were doing a little bit differently with Explorer Notes is the sense of environmental storytelling and player immersion. Right, because in other maps, you know, you come across a little pile of rubble, some tipped over stone, things like that, and then boom, there's an explorer note, right? While it's great for set dressing, we want to take that a step further, especially with our story through Ark Aquatica. So in Aquatica, you'll be following a storyline with Dr. Ingrid Wise and Kato. So our two main characters. So for each story note, we did our best to create an environment or a set dress piece that best matches the depiction that you see in the note. So here we have what looks like a very old floating pearl structure, right? So we come inside. We've got, looks like somebody's setting up shop here. They've been camping out. They've got, it looks like, some tools. They've been doing some repairs to this place. But then now we have our Explorer Notes. So right now, this is actually one of Kato's Explorer Notes. You'll find two different types of note here. You'll experience the Kato note, which is more of a wooden, almost more primitive, like hunter-style box. And then you have Dr. Ingrid Wise, who has more of a tech-like, more research, more technologically advanced style of box. So let's go take a look at what this note is. So as we descended into the Shallows from the starting islands, this is another one of those notes that, again, going with storytelling, this is a descent point, right? This is still fairly close to the surface of the water and the island, so we want to give the interpretation that these characters are also starting their descent, right? So as you progress, you're going to see you're going to see the depiction and the narrative sort of match the outside aesthetic. No narrative to the notes. A narrative would be cool. I could do a little Kronk action for you for Kato if I was allowed to. Something else too. That was also another thing. I do want to bring that up. We're also aware of the Explore Note issue where entry notes are in the wrong UI panel. We're currently working on a fix for that as well. So you can pick them up, but they're in the wrong spot. And then something else to notice too, some of these areas may have multiple Kato boxes, but they're not actually going to be notes. These are going to be more dossier locations. So now we're going to pick up one of our dossiers. And it's a Tiktaalik. Cool. So this is just one of the many 60 Explore Note locations that are scattered throughout Ark Aquatica. There's a multitude all over the shallows, all over the boiling sea, almost everywhere. Each biome contains some sort of Explore Note. So just be on the lookout wherever you're looking. A lot of them are easier to find than others. Some of them are actually hidden in plain sight if you look hard enough. So, yeah. Somebody was asking too about, Fender, was that you, about floating bases? Floating foundations, man. You gotta build those floating foundations. Here, I will go ahead. I'm gonna give myself creative mode. Okay. I'll go ahead and pop out a pearl foundation for you guys. Whenever it decides to load the crafting. Seems like Steam isn't working. Does Steam have an outage right now? No way. Oh, you're joking. Oh. Steam, you're making us look bad right now, man. Oh. Oh, wow. That's an F in chat right there. That's an F. Oh, no. Oh, man. Pearl Foundation only needs one C4 to blow up. Is this intended? I don't know, but I can find out for you, Patrick. All right, but Fender, just for your amusement, so whenever you're crafting foundations, be sure to pay attention to the titles, because now you have floating foundations. We also have tech floating foundations as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to craft a set of 20. Just go ahead here. Let's add a little, I'm going to add a bit of an extension. Let's do like right here. And then, yeah, anywhere throughout, you can just place your, you can place it in the water. So let's go ahead. I'll just place a couple. You can rotate it if you want. They click. And so, yeah, there is a floating pearl structure. And this is why you need the clams. I don't know how the clams come into play with this, but hey, whatever works for you, boss. All right, somebody asked for a base tour. I'm going to go show you what I've been working on. So this is one of the first ones. This is the Dev Shack. So the idea behind these bases, okay, first off, no, these were not built legitimately. They were built in creative mode. The sole intent of this is for any bugs that are fixed, such as when the skiff stops disappearing or despawning when you place it. I'll be able to quickly make a skiff in-game, show you guys, place it, and then watch the magic happen, right? That bug is still being worked on. So, but that's the intent of these. How do you make the bubble around the base? This is called a hydrosphere. So hydrospheres are a really fun little tech tool that you can make. I'll actually show you where you can find the hydrosphere in the tech tree. So line 20, you can find the hydrosphere. So you can craft this at a smithy. Some of the crafting requirements there. The hydrosphere itself, to make it function, it takes the aquilarium, which is a underwater fuel source that you'll need to craft. You can craft it through the mortar and pestle. Are there underwater T-Rexes? Be honest. When we stream the Abyss, you'll find that out. Join our stream when we go to the Abyss. But yeah, so it takes the aquilarium, and so one thing you can do, so if I deactivate it, now I am swimming in my base. And then when I turn it back on, I can now walk around. You can also add these to the surface. So I'll give you another example here. The surface of underwater, what I mean. Not the surface above. You get some aquilarium. Let's do about 10. About 200. That's pretty good. All right, let's go. Let's go put a hydrosphere down somewhere. Let's just go down to the very bottom here. So let's say you want to have some farm plots. Let's say you don't want to make a floating base necessarily, right? Let's say this is actually a pretty good spot. I got some metal resource here. I got crystallized wood, which is an underwater wood source for fires. Yeah, all sorts of fun. This is a fun little spot. All right, let's do it like right here. I'm gonna go ahead and place it down. Obviously, I can't turn it on yet, so I need to put some aquilarium in here. Just turn it on, and boom. Now I have basically my own dome for a base on the surface of the water. It's a breathable air pocket, yes, that you can build your base in. What do you guys think of that? How many people have done a hydrosphere base so far? You can connect them as well. That's another thing too I'll show you guys. Yeah, exactly. And you can connect them. So up here, I actually have a couple that are connected. This is a much bigger, kind of a more personal base I'm working on. I'll give you a little tour in here. This one's where all the cool stuff's at. But here you can actually see I have 2 domes established. So, also just the views you get when you're under in these domes are so cool. It's like one of those like dome underwater hotels. You know, it's so cool. So this is current work in progress of my Grand Pearl base. I've got 2 of them set up right now. So here's the first one. We've got a little vault space here. We've got little sleeping arrangements here. Didn't need them underwater so you don't breathe. Oh, did you get the pearl to let you breathe underwater? You'll be. Oh yeah, that's good to know. Thank you. But then I've got the connecting dome here. This kind of goes out to a larger workshop. And then I got my stinger. Have we played around with the stinger yet, guys? Have you guys played around with the stinger? Oh, and then we got Arnold and Manny over there. They're just chilling. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more aquilarium just to be safe. Let's do like 10. Stingers are craftable, yes. We have experienced some issues when flying the Stinger above the surface that the team has identified and we're working on, but yes, you should be able to craft them. How many tames do I have? I don't have a lot of tames right now in this, since primarily I've just been base building. The next step I want to do is get at least 1 of each tame, so that way we can kind of show off the different dinos. Because I know that's something people have been requesting, is to see the different aquatic dinos, what they do. So I'm going to be working on that in my off time. You can put floating structures anywhere, even without water, just in the air. That's a bug. Can you, if you're in the Discord, submit a bug report of that, pretty please, and thank you. All right. Let's see. Oh, you already have some in. Cool. Alrighty. We'll zip around here. So yeah, like I said, with the Stinger, you'll experience some frame issues still, most likely. But again, that is something that is being tracked and we are aware of and working on to help kind of reduce the issues with the frames. But yeah, how cool is that with the hydro bubbles? I'm excited that to see so many people. I can't wait to see you guys actually build your bases with them. That's gonna be sick. Yeah, my skiff was also here originally, but it disappeared, so very unfortunate timing. All right. So we have a couple minutes. I'm going to bring my Thalassian rifle with me. What do we think of the shallows? This is actually just one section, too. This is just the entrance to the shallows. If you go this direction, you have more shallows and cityscape to look through. Yes, so this is a gun that works underwater. You want to see the Abyss? We will do an Abyss stream this week. So tomorrow we're going to take a look at the Boiling Sea. Then after that, we're going to go check out the Crystal Caverns. And then after that, we're going to go look at the Abyss and the Trench and what's all down there, because that's kind of compact to one. And then I think the day after that, let's go check out some of the boss fights. I'm feeling the Samathua, maybe the Volcanithus. Do a little bit of that. But first, we have to go find something else. We have to go find this thing. We're going to call it the poop plant. You guys are going to understand why it's called a poop plant here in a bit. Can y'all nerf the Thalassian rifle? Oh, is it like overpowered? Oh, I just pooped. Right. It is getting kind of dark. I'm going to go ahead. It's not what you guys can see. Just set the time of day. Again, we have another section of the shallows here. Hello. Here. Ooh. Hey, chat. I have a question for you. Who... Pay attention. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Do I live? No, actually, I live under coral. Davy Jones, Lady the Monkey, absolute cinema. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea, guys? This is also another really great base location. Kind of tuck yourself away in one of the crystals, you know? I'm gonna go ahead and actually put myself a little floating foundation here. All right, cool. Got a little floating foundation. I think it's a pretty good base spot. All right. Now, there's one more thing we have to do, because somebody asked about it in Discord. I don't know how this conversation started. It wasn't me, I promise. But we got on the subject of fertilizer for plots, right? Farm plots. And, you know, obviously with fertilizer, you need feces and you need thatch. You know, we got on the fecal matter talk. And I happen to mention that there is a specific plant. For those of you who maybe are having a hard time getting fertilizer and you need a quick source of it, there is a method to the madness if you haven't checked it out. We'll take a look here. No, it's not a water beetle. There's a lot of jellies down here. My God. Hey, what do you guys think about the idea of maybe doing some tutorial videos? Oh, I'm near where your base is? Nice. This is a fun spot. Yes. Okay, we got one yes. Yes, those videos. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Is there a way to farm organic? So anything for polymer, organic polymer, polymer itself. Oh man, what did they tell me? Sorry, it was, I didn't write it down. That's my bad. But it was something related to that polymer. So let me, ping me please in the Discord with that to remind me. I will ask about that. Good thing I have Leave Me Alone on, my God. How would you guys feel about a tutorial on how to reduce incoming shock and have some shock resistance with these eels? Because there's a lot of eels. And if you guys have any ideas for tutorial videos, please, by all means, shoot me a message in Discord. Shoot a comment of your idea on the YouTube videos. Steam connection issues resolved. Awesome. Love to hear it. Anybody been down in this cave yet? On how to delete the jellyfish? Oh, here, that's easy. You just take this thing. We got some more over here. We'll go take care of that real quick. There we go. There we go. This is your tutorial on how you delete jellyfish right there. There you go. Like, comment, subscribe. All right. I think we're actually near another explorer note. Anybody been down in this area yet? What's the deal with this flesh? All right. So, fun story time. So, the backstory behind this before we go find the poop plant. So, the Samathua. So during development for Aquatica, the Samathua dungeon was slowly coming together, and I was tasked with taking what was there in the block out for it and to essentially polish it out. And I asked my lead, you know, what do you want this to look like? You know, what's the aesthetic? And he said one word. He said a couple words. He said, make it gross. All right, cool. A lot of my inspiration came from, if you know of a game called Halo, in the Flood. We had these really cool biomass meshes. And so for me, it was just light bulb, come together. And for this, I wanted to do some really nasty, organic, like biomass, matter-spreading aesthetic. Because in the Samathua dungeon, if you haven't gone there yet, you essentially fight the Samathua in the mouth of a dead whale. And this whale is kind of like the centerpiece of why this infectious materials biomass is spreading through the world. And so this is actually, you have to go to the Green Obelisk to start the Samathua dungeon, but this is actually the entrance to that area. And this is also where we're going to find the poop mushroom. Or the poop plant. Let's go. All right, you guys see that right there on my screen? You guys see this little guy? By the way, that's the door that should go to the Samathua. You can actually, when you spawn into the dungeon, instead of going straight to the boss, you can turn around and go find the other side of the door. So that whole area is actually fleshed out. All right, so you guys see this plant. If you're not familiar with this plant, prepare your eyes. I will say first off, fair warning, there's a lot of bright colors that are going to pop up on the screen suddenly. So just fair warning, if you're watching from your phone like this, just put your phone like that. Okay. Put some sunglasses on. Where are my sunglasses? All right, hold on. I need sunglasses. We're gonna be safe here. You guys are coming with me. Where's my sunglasses? Oh no. Oh no. My sunglasses are gone. That's not good. All right, well, I'm doing this without sunglasses then. I'm taking one for the team. All right, so this is the poop plant. I'm gonna go to third person for this because I want you to watch what happens. If you're running low on fertilizer, this right here is the answer to your problems. And it just keeps going. Like an Energizer battery bunny commercial. It keeps going and going and going. That is the poop plant. It's okay, it goes away after a while. And 5, so this bottom timer here shows you how long. All right, look at all that fertilizer. Look at all this. So yeah, if you guys ever need fertilizer and fecal matter, just come down here and come get you some. You know? Oh, man. All right, everybody. That being said, it comes to up about a little over an hour and a half. Nobody leave yet because we're going to do something very special. First off, thank you to everybody who has tuned in today and watched this. I hope it was enjoyable, if not more enjoyable for you than the last stream. I know in the last one we did a lot more just talking instead of playing. If this is something you enjoyed seeing where we did a little bit more playing for everybody, please let me know. Let me know in the comments of the YouTube videos. Again, if you missed part of the stream or joined in late, don't worry. All of these streams and their uncut raw footage will be public on Twitch as well as my YouTube channel, which you can find linked down below in my description here on Twitch. We're going to go through real quick and answer a couple more questions. I know I said that at the beginning. So we'll do a couple more questions here for the next couple minutes, and then we're going to go raid somebody. All right. So no, the Samantha dungeon is not through that door if you ghost through there. Okay. It's in a different location, so don't ghost through there. Don't do it. But if you do it, that's on you. Are the infected barnacles working? I don't have an answer for that. I can ask after I cut the stream here. Ping me with that question if you're in the Discord, please, as a reminder. There's a couple things. If you guys haven't yet too, be sure, ping me with your questions. Put your questions as well down in the comment videos or the comment section of my YouTube videos so I can get to those as well. Alan streaming? Sweet. Yeah, we'll go check him out. Linux servers right now, that is an issue that has been identified and we're currently working on. That is at the top priority with the issue of addressing other mods and making sure those work and are fixed. Stabilization, FPS performance issues, as well as server stability. So that it's in that cluster that's being identified. We're in the Discord. Ping me in the general chat. In any of the server ads where I have promoted the streams, ping me in those with your questions if we want to make it easier so we're not flooding the gen chat. Please ping me there. So this stream that you're seeing right now, I have gotten permission to take some of my time during the working hours to stream this. I will be doing streams outside of work that are more casual, laid-back streams pertaining to more than just Ark Aquatica gameplay. I'll be doing some later tonight. Actually, I plan on doing a Forge session where I'm currently working on a firefight map in Halo Infinite. I do other ones as well. I'm currently playing the new Destiny 2 Echoes of Fate campaign. I do a lot of competitive play as well for Halo Infinite Ranked. Just a variety of things on stream. So I'd love to have you guys swing on by through the evening time when those are going on as well. Get to do a little bit more just casual hanging out. Anything related to server issues or server outages, if it hasn't been reported, please do report that. Again, that's another thing. Server stability is up there with things such as like the Linux issues, getting those fixed, the mod issues. It's up there with that core set. So the team has identified those issues and we're working on a fix for it. I do apologize that I can't give you a hard date of when. I know it sucks. It's frustrating. As a player and a gamer myself, it's frustrating not to, when something's happening right away, but we're doing our best and working as hard and as fast and efficient as we can to get these patches out to you guys. And any additional updates or news that follow regarding specific things that are being fixed in patches, you will be notified. You will be notified through Discord. I will be notifying through my social pages as well. So keep an ear out. You can follow me on Twitter. Same as my Twitch name, Z_Swell. I post patch notes as well as additional regular updates regarding Aquatica status. Alrighty. While we're doing that, let's go take a gander. Let's see. All right, guys, it's about 10 minutes past the time, or 12 minutes actually. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to find somebody to raid. Any and all questions, if I did not get to your question, I do apologize for that, but please, please, please ping me in the Discord with your question in the server ads that I have following for the streams, as well as add your question to the comment section of the stream VODs when they go live on YouTube. After I cut the stream here, I will be posting this immediately to YouTube, and I will post a link to that on my Twitter as well as in Discord. So everybody, again, thank you all so much for tuning in to today's dev stream. I hope that what you see going forward with this patch is a much more positive note. I hope you are all very excited for this. We're excited to see more players continue to experience this DLC and this creation. And I will be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time with another dev stream with additional information and any other additional news that has not been talked about here. So again, guys, thank you all so much. We're going to go raid Alan Frostblade. I want you guys all go in there. When we go into this raid, blow up that feed, blow up that chat feed, all right? Throw some hype emotes in the chat, all caps, swell raid, okay? Let's, get a grand entrance going, all right? And yeah, let's have a lot of fun with this. And then tomorrow, we'll go find somebody else to raid. That sound good? All right. While this is loading up in the raid, everybody, again, thank you so much for all the new followers. The additional subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're almost at 10 subs. That's absolutely incredible. And almost 1,300 followers. That's insane. So till then, guys, I'll catch you on the next one tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Enjoy. Have a great night, a great day. Have a fun life. Have a great life. Have a happy life. Take care.
Coming.